What's up guys, Dylon here, and today we're going to do a demonstration of a seated row on the Vitruvian. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video. So someone was like, on one of my videos, like, you can't possibly do 200 pounds on the Vitruvian with row, and they might be right, but today we're going to do 100 pounds for that seated row right there. And we're going to see how it goes. So we're trying to get 5 reps. 100 pounds. I'm using one side of the Vitruvian, the short bar, and just for reference, this thing can only go up to about 220 pounds per side. So if you're rowing more than 220 pounds per side, you might want to do the bent over row or something like that. Or because people really want to hit their backs, I found. And that's their biggest complaint about the Vitruvian is it doesn't have an attachment to do vertical stuff. I just tell people to get a pull-up bar. You can hit enough back exercises that you'll be good for the majority of people, but maybe I'm wrong. So let's see if we can do these seated rows. All right, this here, make sure I got enough space. All right, warm up calibration reps. All right, now we're gonna start. Weight's loading, we're loaded. All right, so you lifted that up. So that tells me so that didn't lift it up. That's a problem. So what do you do if that happens? Just to see. I'm pretty far back on this Vitruvian, so I'm gonna just slide forward right there. And we're gonna do the same weight, just slide a little bit forward to where my weight is on the V right there. We're not so far back. Like right there. And we're gonna do the same weight. We're gonna see and make sure we don't lift this thing up. This thing is heavy. I think it's 85 pounds by itself, but with leverage being on the back side of it versus that side, it can make a difference. So I'm gonna try. And I'm still getting a good range of motion on these things. So that's not a problem. All right, right there. Got my feet firmly on the floor. Back. There's a little lifting. So there's a little bit of lifting on those. I could feel it some. Maybe I could slide forward a little bit. But overall, it was pretty good. Look, the Vitruvian, as much as I love it, it does have some limitations. And I think hitting your back is a potential limitation. I think you can work around it with a lot of different exercises. You can even do those for your rows. Having the leverage point up here, right where the cable comes out, that'd be great. So the machine doesn't lift. Having a vertical pull down setup would be cool. But having those things, it just adds a level of complexity to the Vitruvian that, while cool, you just have more components to it and then more expenses. I think the best solution for your back is just do pull-ups, right? You can do single arm rows perfectly fine on this thing. You can do those seated rows like I just showed you on the machine. You can do those all right. You can change out and use the handles instead of the bar. You can do reverse, you can do barbell rows, which you can get a lot more weight and you don't really have a problem there. So you can do a lot of variations, but if you want to do anything vertically, my recommendation is get a belt that you can attach weights to, maybe a couple, some 10, 15, 45 pound weights, and work your way on up to doing pull-ups and doing weighted pull-ups. I think that's gonna benefit you more than, it's gonna be less expensive than any sort of attachment or thing on this Vitruvian. That'd be why I recommend for someone that really needs to hit their back, and with those vertical movements, just do the pull-ups. But overall, you know, it handled 100 pounds. I could probably move this thing a little bit more forward, especially if I went up in weight compared to that. It could probably do 200 pounds, but we might lose some grip and things like that for this machine. So you might need to anchor it down here with a weight, or you push it up against the wall or something to give your feet some leverage. Who knows? You might have to experiment with that. But whatever you do, do not mount this above you. It's not a good idea. It's not made for that. I don't want to hear a story about that. Please don't ever do that. So anyways, that is it. That is seeing the rows, seated rows at 100 pounds on the Vitruvian. I think it's good. That was plenty of weight. You can get enough reps with something like that for your average person. Again, do pull-ups if you want to get more vertical back exercises. They're good for you. Plus all that hanging is good for your shoulders. So anyways, that's it for this video. If you want to support the channel and see more content like this, use discount code DBStrong. When you check out for the Vitruvian, you get $100 off, or use one of the affiliate links below. And of course, leave your comments, questions, thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.